Hey everybody, welcome to episode 34 of the Unknown Games podcast. So glad that you came back to us. We're so glad. We're so thankful. And this week, we're going to just chill. This episode is completely just about chilling. We try to keep it short. We're going to be talking about Amazon's Crucible, which I've played, and I'm still playing it, honestly. After recording, I'm still playing it, this time with a friend. So hopefully, after this podcast, you'll be able to get a better impression on episode 35. And, me and Alex decided, hey, we're friends. We should play games together. Maybe put them on the YouTube channel. Okay, we're totally putting this on the YouTube channel, but you'll hear about our interesting experience in Phantom Breaker BG, and we'll continue to go through that game, praying that we stay alive. It's a fun game, but we just have to stay alive. And at the very end of this episode, you may or may not have the surprise of a returning wonderful thing that has become part of our history on the Unknown Games podcast. And it's not Xenosaga, so that means that you already know what it may be, because we only love two things on this show. I got that right. You and us. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. And we hope that you enjoy the episode. There's not going to be a sponsor break in the middle of it, so it's going to be going completely straight on. So after you finish this intro, you're going to hear the sponsorship, and then that's going to be the episode. So remember, you can follow us on UGP_cast, and that's on Twitter and Instagram. And you can also check us out on YouTube at Unknown Games Podcast. And as always, feel free to leave us a voicemail on anchor.fm/UGPcast. Am I missing anything? Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. And tell your friends, family, mothers, brothers, sisters, daughters, husbands, wives. I'm just naming so much now. You know the spiel. Just tell them when you know about us. We love you. And enjoy the episode.
Hey, Adrian, never thought about making a podcast?
All the time, except for we are already making a podcast.
No, but I mean like a different one. Maybe a better one.
Sure.
Yeah. So I was on the internet. I was trying to figure out like what's the best host for a podcast, or pretty much how can I make a podcast. And I think I settled on Anchor.
We're already using Anchor, buddy.
Wait, are you serious? Are we actually?
I'm actually serious, because it's free, and of course we're on like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and like Google Podcasts, and so many other places.
Wait, how did we do that though?
Anchor did that for us.
Oh, just like automatically, right? Anchor will just distribute your podcast for like free?
Exactly. Wait, I thought you did the research.
Yeah, well, I kind of did, but I do know that Anchor will help you make money from a podcast. Cash money.
Cash money grabs. Exactly. That's how we're making money right now, I think.
Absolutely. Like right at this very moment.
At this very moment with this sponsorship.
Well, I mean, also Anchor has some pretty cool creation tools that let you record and also edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer, because I know you got one of those, probably.
I do have a computer, but I don't have a phone.
Well, whatever. You can still make a podcast, because in 2020, there's no reason why anyone shouldn't have a podcast.
Everyone deserves a voice. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Well, Anchor is just everything you need to make a podcast, but just all in one place. You can download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Enjoy the show, everyone. Thanks for listening.
This is about to explode.
Hey everybody, what you just heard is a crazy mess of sounds and the opening to episode number 34 of the Unknown Games podcast. I am your host, Adrian, and I'm joined with my co-host producing all those crazy sounds, Alex.
Hey, what's up, I'm Alex.
That was different from the normal pace. Like, usually it's just, what's up, I'm Alex. But this time we had a wow. I can't do that sound effect as well as the sound effect does it. But hey, I'm not digital. Now am I? I'm a human. As human beings are. Anyways, today we have a pretty good show. I think we're going to try to keep it a little bit short because we've gone to the limits the previous shows. But if you're just now joining us, this is a show about Japanese video games and video games in general. We also talk about our life here in Japan because both me and Alex live here in the land of the rising sun. And if you're lucky enough, we'll even treat you to some stories like last week about cockroaches and food. Those go together.
No, they don't.
How do they not go together? If you have like leftover food out, then you'll get cockroaches.
I mean, I guess.
See, they go together, but not in the sense that not in the sense that we want them to go together. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you for joining us as always. And you can always follow us, of course, on Twitter or Instagram at UGP_cast. The YouTube channel, and I don't know, if you want to leave us a voice message, please leave us a voice message. I will give you a free game. I'm willing to do this. I
want a free game.
I mean, anyone besides Alex, I will gift a free game. I didn't say how much it's going to cost, but you will get a free game if you just leave a voice message. That is a promise on Steam. I will do this. Leave a voice message. I'm not lying. I will gift you a game.
Are you just saying that because they're like $1 games on Steam?
Yeah, pretty much. But there's some pretty good $1 games on Steam. I'm playing some of them.
All right.
Pure silence. Well, everyone, thanks once again for joining. So we're going to go right into the show. Like I said, we're going to keep it a little bit short today. Alex, I guess we're going to start what we've been playing-ish, and then we're just going to hop into the news after that. So I know both of us, over the weekend, we hopped into... what was it called? Phantom Breakers Battlegrounds?
Yeah, Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds.
Yes, this anime beat 'em up that literally beat us up in different ways. Like, the way that this all started was me and Alex wanted to find a game to kind of, like play together and then also put up on the YouTube channel. And at first we tried, was it Streets of Rage? Like the first one on Steam?
Yeah.
And the lag was unbearable. Like, the delay was just insane. So we decided, okay, we'll just go for another one. And he suggested, Phantom Breaker because he had played it in the past. And this game apparently used to be a fighting game or something like that on Xbox.
Phantom Breaker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Let me look it up.
And I know, Alex had played it on Vita when it launched there. So that's where he said he's put a lot of time into it. So I'm over here thinking like, okay, this game's going to be, it's going to be like a nice little walkthrough. It's not going to be that bad. And,
yeah.
I got experience on my side. And what on earth did we find?
Well, Phantom Breaker came out in 2011 on the Xbox 360 and also the PS3 apparently. Phantom Breaker Extra was on the PS3 in 2013. So that's the series. This game is developed and published by 5PB. Am I pronouncing? Well, now they're Mages basically. So they used to be 5PB. I think that's how you pronounce it, and then now it's Mages. You're probably familiar with them for doing a lot of stuff. Most recently, Steins Gate.
Mm-hmm.
And then Battlegrounds is just like a weird spin-off 2D beat 'em up,
which spawned like Alex was saying from a fighting game. So like the controls are pretty much like, you even have like like a light, medium, strong attack with your special button, which you can use to launch people, and then you have like there's a break mechanic, like a burst almost, and I don't know, it's a lot of fun, but this was not simple. I felt like I had to work. We had to work for this. We had to work to beat this first boss.
I played the game before. I don't remember it being that hard.
We were playing on normal too. Like I do not understand. So you get XP and you can level up your character. So I think we got to level 15, 14, 15 around there before we actually beat that first boss. And even then we scraped through.
We might have just been playing the game poorly. That could also be a possibility.
You do have to block. You do have to block by holding back, which I thought was X for half of the time. So that explained why I was losing so much life at one point. Pretty bad.
Yeah, controls are pretty much just like a fighting game.
So that was pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say. You should definitely go and check out the footage. It's going to be, by the time that this goes up, it's going to be on the YouTube, on Unknown Games Podcast. Just check that out. I think you'll enjoy our suffering, unless I'm suffering
yeah.
by hearing
I don't.
Roach in the background.
I mean, I don't think Phantom Break was very popular at all in the West, or maybe even Japan. But Battlegrounds is pretty fun, and like now I kind of want to go and check out the actual fighting game. But that's like 10 years old now, and I have to dig out like a PS3 or a 360 or something. I mean, apparently there was a arcade port of it in Japan.
Interesting.
So
if you're lucky, we can go to an old school arcade and find this.
Yeah, so I have to go to an arcade somewhere in the country that just has a Phantom Breaker machine still running, and then I can play it.
And the odds of that are low.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've gone to a lot of arcades in my time, and I don't recall seeing Phantom Breaker there, so who knows?
Man, so we had that story about the roaches last week. I'm pretty sure there's one somewhere behind me. I'm not gonna look.
Like right now?
Right now, I hear like stuff like humming in the closet. I hear something in the closet, man. This is some like, what's one of those horror movies where there's something in the closet?
That's a lot of horror movies. Apparently, sorry, I'm just looking at Phantom Breaker Battle Games now. There was a port on the Switch that came out in 2017, so really recently.
Oh, so you can get it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they ported it after like past the Vita. So there's an Xbox Live Arcade version, and then the Vita version, and then the PC version, which is what we were playing, and then the PS4 port in 2015, which came out just a couple months after the PC version, and then the Switch version, which came out 3 years ago.
It's a lot of, I mean, for a game that may have not been that successful, they've done a lot of ports, so it had to have gotten some sort of following, or I guess it's just really easy to just port. It's not exactly...
a pretty simple game. You guys should really check it out. It is really fun. If you like fighting games, and or beat 'em ups, it's really fun. It has a skill tree, so you do have a little bit of some skill growth there, and then just since it's based off kind of a fighting game, like it controls kind of like that. You could do some air combos and stuff like that. So
yeah, especially those air combos.
Did you play Guilty Gear? Which one was it? Guilty Gear, the weird one.
The weird one? There's a weird Guilty Gear?
Yeah.
It's like a weirder
something?
What? Ixer?
No. Iku? No. What's it called?
Izuna?
No. Give me, I'll look it up. It was Iska. Did you play that one?
Iska. No.
Never played that one?
No, I never played that one. Which one is...
So that was the 4-player Guilty Gear. And that one was pretty weird.
I remember that briefly.
It had two lines, the front and the back, and then because you could technically get sandwiched, you had a turn button. So I think the dust button was replaced by the turn button, and then dust was like just mapped to a different button combination, I think.
Okay. Interesting.
And then but other than that, I think the combos, the characters are pretty much the same as XX or double X or whatever it's technically called. Because all the Guilty Gear games have a really weird pronunciation for their...
Yeah, I mean, you've got your double X, but we don't know if it's XX or however cross or...
it's apparently in Japanese it's Iguze...
Let's go or something like...
Iguze... Okay, I can't even. That's not even a word.
Hearing Alex try to pronounce this is actually better than playing the game potentially.
Well, I'm looking at the katakana for it. The katakana is like iguzeku-su. So execs, I think. Like
execs. What do you say? Like execs, like executives, execs.
Something like that. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll just call it double X because that's a lot easier.
It's or
XX.
double cross. I'll call it double cross, like the Monster Hunter one. Double cross.
Sure.
But
yeah, so it was based off that Guilty Gear. I guess not a lot of people played it because it was kind of a weird one.
Yeah, I briefly probably remember saying like in a magazine or something, but just not actually playing it is the thing.
Yeah, the thing that was weird about this Guilty Gear Iska is that even because it's meant for 4 players, right? So if you're trying to do a one-on-one fight, like a traditional Guilty Gear fight, it would still have the turn button. So like if someone jumped over you to do, let's say like a cross up or something, you just have to manually turn around to look at them. So It wasn't like as fun as just playing a normal Guilty Gear game.
Interesting. One of those experiment. Well, you know, it's fun when they experiment. So we're gonna have some kind of time. I don't know. You're gonna get Guilty Gear Stride. Are you gonna get Stride when it comes out? Or do you think you want to default to? Because when we were playing Phantom Breaker, we thought about Grand Blue Versus.
Yeah, that may be fun. To be honest, though, I haven't played a fighting game in a long time. Like, I like fighting games. I like the idea of fighting games, but I kind of gave them up in a sense because, like,
it's devotion. You need like straight devotion and a practice regimen.
That's the thing about fighting games is that you really do need to sink time into them. So when I was playing fighting games, like I was playing Blaze Blue, and I would practice. Like I would actually just sit down and do combos and just drill combos all night.
Yep, same here.
And then and the thing is like it's the same thing with like let's say a card game. Like when the next revision comes out, you have to like learn the revision. You have to tweak your combos. You have to learn the new meta.
Right.
And like. I don't want to keep up with it anymore. Like it's rewarding, but like I also just like playing video games in general. And like in the same vein as like MMOs, like once you sink time into a specific game like that, you no longer have time for just other casual games.
Well, and on top of that, like you said, it does take a lot of practice. And if the game doesn't have a good online, especially for like those out in the West where you don't have a good place to meet up, you're kind of out of luck. You know, you don't want to just play the CPU forever. You know.
No.
So it's one of those. You can either stay in it or not. But either way, if you're staying in a fighting game, it takes effort on a lot of different ends to really get the full enjoyment out of it. In my opinion, and I think the fighting game community is one of the best communities out there. Like it's one of the most accepting communities. Every tournament I've ever been to, all the people I've ever met at a fighting game event, I've always like just gelled with, really enjoyed talking to. And you know, it's like the easiest to bond with them. I don't know what it is, but it just really is a nice community.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to a couple small tournaments, way back when, and the people are really nice. Everyone's really chill. So that's the one good thing about the fighting game community. I think everyone. I mean, obviously, you'll hear stories of harassment and stuff like that. And sometimes it's really tough for women to compete. I think even now, female competitors have to deal with harassment.
A lot of stuff. Yeah, it's unfair, and it shouldn't be there, honestly. And even it should not still be there. I think that's the thing. It shouldn't still be there, but unfortunately, it is. And yeah, hopefully one day we'll get to a point where we all grow up. We become grown-ups, and understand to respect each other. That's today's life lesson, kids. Respect each other.
Yeah.
Another game that came out that I started playing, and I'm not going to talk about this that much because I haven't played as much of it as I want to, but is Crucible. That's Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to probably talk about it more on next podcast, but I will say this. It is... I've played all the heroes in training, and I've played like a couple matches, and it really is. There's one mode that is like a battle royale in which it's two teams of two essentially drop in, and you try to fight to be the last team. The unique twist that they put on it is that if your teammate dies and you become a solo, if you find another solo player, you can kind of form an alliance and team up. And then at the very end, it's like, 1v1v1 to see who is the number one if it's not a team. But the shooting mechanics, I don't think they lend themselves as well to... It's a third-person shooter, but they don't lend themselves as well to targeting individuals as so much the kind of creatures that they have, because they do have a kind of MOBA progression system to the characters. So you kill... not characters, but you kill, ads in the world in order to get materials to upgrade yourself and then level up and unlock better perks, like passive perks that...
So that's like farming creepers or something in a MOBA, right?
Yep. You're farming creepers, and that's the same in the other modes, which one is basically like capture the flag or... Yeah, it's like capture the flag, essentially, with teams of 4. And I forgot the other mode because, well, the game has some kind of forgettable moments. But the heroes are fine. I mean, it does blend MOBA battle royale kind of third-person shooter, a lot of the current game trends today, into one thing. It doesn't really do anything wonderfully, but it doesn't do them crappily. You can hop in and just, relax, enjoy the game, and play. I think that's...
Is this on Steam?
It's on Steam. It's free to play. You can download it. I think it's, 12? It's 12 gigabytes. That's the thing. It's a 12 gigabyte game.
Okay, so it's probably meant to be an esports title, so it's just running on low hardware, right?
Yes. I'm going to
like if you download League of Legends, like League of Legends will run on like a toaster. Like it's meant to run on every single computer in the world.
I really wanted to see it on a toaster, but yeah, League, it's essentially that. They're trying to get people in it. And the first day it had around 30,000 people on Twitch viewing it. Now, I don't know, it's probably around the same, maybe less, who knows. But, people seem to be enjoying it, and that's what's important.
Yeah, definitely. I literally haven't looked at this game at all. I don't know how I would, enjoy it. It has a mixed reception on Steam right now.
Mm-hmm. It's because it's jank. Like, literally, really? the load screen, so if you're playing Apex, right, there's a load screen.
Sure.
Where you're loading to pick your characters or to go into the map, whatever. It's a picture. This game does not load the picture until
Is it black?
It's a black screen that says loading, and about 15 seconds later, the splash screen comes on.
Okay, that's funny.
It's little things like that. You can't find the training mode because it's actually grouped in arcade with another game mode. So there's 3 game modes, but for some reason, one is hidden under arcade. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Things just aren't as intuitive as they should be. And yeah, when you finish when you finish a match or something, you get kicked out to the game's title screen, not back to the lobby.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's weird.
That's I don't know. League of Legends is a thing where the game itself is a different client technically on the computer. It's like a different program. So you when you finish a game, you get kicked out back to the lobby, which is a different program essentially. And it makes it kind of if you're streaming it, you have to make sure it's capturing the right window. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much Crucible. I'll play a little bit more and we'll see where it goes. I don't know if you have anything you want to talk about. If not, we'll go straight to the news. It's up to you. What you got?
No, man, I'm good. Yeah, it's the end of May, so I'm just kind of looking forward to the next set of releases. May itself, the month of May, didn't really have any really good releases, nothing new. So I've been trying to just get through my Steam backlog, or I'm enjoying, just Apex Legends, I guess. I'm playing a lot of Season 5.
Yep, which is good.
Pretty much it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. My favorite spot to drop, I think, is Rig. Because there's a ton of bins there, a lot of bins, and a lot of buildings and stuff. Yeah, that's
exactly where me and my friends now, we pretty much drop outside of Rig, in that place that used to be Relay.
What's it called now?
I don't think it actually even has a name. It's just outside.
No,
I think there's an actual name for it.
Yeah,
because there's Rig, and then there's what is it? Charger, compulsor, compactor. I'm trying to think of that word that's connected to Rig. Capacitor. There we go.
That's a capacitor. Yeah.
Yeah. So we drop in if you think of a triangle, it would be the next point on that triangle. So it's not a hot zone. It's literally before you cross where it used to be Relay. Yeah.
Have you been I think it's through capacitor where it's connected to labs, through the tunnel. Yeah.
That's the best. I love that place. I don't know why, but it's fun to go there. I just like that it's connected now. Because I never went there. I never went to labs that often. You'd have to.
Oh, really?
You have to fight to death to get in labs. Well, to make it out of labs, not to get.
Sometimes
to it.
I like that, to be honest. Though I just like the early game rush. To me, the early game fights are really fun sometimes because that no one has armor.
Yeah, so, no one has something, but someone has something.
Yeah, and then if you can just get a good gun, if you can get, so I landed at market recently, and we got wrecked by a dude with an EVA 8 and a double tap because he got that combo really early.
And and
then we didn't have shields, so we just cleaned up our team. It was yeah.
It's crazy, some of those early game weapons that people were like, man, I wouldn't use this Mozambique, and I went so ham with a Mozambique one time in early game. It was fun.
I got like a double
man.
down once with a Mozambique hammer point. I like kept it on me for just for fun, and then I just switched it out like blind fire essential. Like, I knew there was like people just in my general direction. I just fired, and it's like 48 damage, 48 damage. It's like down, down. I'm like, oh my god,
The
Mozambique.
beak, man. The beak.
Yeah,
That's how I like
pretty
to call it. When you get beaked, you get shamed.
I want to win a game like a champion. Like, I want to get champion like with Mozambique.
That's the final shot. Like, that's the final
Yeah,
shot.
so
Just
they
the
have
beak.
to like, yeah, just like, oh man, that'd be so funny.
Yes. Oh, no, I want to play some Apex. I will say I have been coming back. I have cared less about the battle pass this season. It just isn't like I've grinded every battle pass. I've gotten to the max level, except for one when I went back to the States. But yeah, I'm glad that they put a lot of the jumpy modes, a lot of the fun stuff in early on. So you just have to grind to like level 58 if you want. Except for Octane. If you're an Octane player, his is like what 90s or 80s for his jumping mode. Where he's kind of like paddling in the air.
That one's
kinda
really
weird.
funny though. I like that
It's
one.
weird.
That one's
It's so
funny.
weird. But you have to get to like level, I think it's 80 something or 90 to get that one. But it's, I've been really enjoying the little story quest they put in. The dialogue is so funny. It's so good. I'm enjoying the dialogue between the legends and seeing, like, I can't wait till hopefully, once all the COVID stuff is over, for them to voice act it, and it's going to be funny. I can't wait. I'm hoping that that's what they'll do, continue on. I'm really hoping so.
Oh yeah, I mean they might voice act it. I don't know. We'll see because it's a bunch of lines.
There's a
I
bunch of
kind of like,
lines.
to me, it was like playing through the arcade mode of a fighting game.
But better,
like-
because these lines are funny.
Yeah, I guess depending on,
Tell me, man.
depends on the fighting game you play, but yeah.
So yeah, that's about it for the Apex. We're gonna go straight into the news right now. And like I said, we're rushing through it. Actually, we're not rushing through too much. I picked up some news stories, and I think that we're gonna be able to talk about them fastly, nicely. I mean, first up, Alex was already telling me about this. Final Fantasy 14 Online Starter Edition is now on. It's free until May 26th.
Yeah,
on
for
PS4
like
only.
for like one more day, basically.
one more day, so
by the time you're
this
listening to
goes
this, it will have ended.
We hope you've gotten it. I'm actually, gosh, I can't believe I think I'm going to do this, but I'm going to get it. Because, like, I'm guessing when you activate the subscription, right,
Yeah, you get a free month. Mhm.
you get a free month. And that's what makes this really special. You get everything. You get, Realm Reborn. You get the base game, whatever. It doesn't close out any of the expansions, but that's fine. It's a lot of content. You can play for a month. And, yeah, it's available pretty much in every major territory, so...
Yeah, and
It's
like the
crossplay
thing
too, right?
about, sorry, what?
It's crossplay as well, right? PC, PS4?
Yeah, it's crossplay. It's
Okay.
PC, PS4,
Yep.
and Mac technically, I guess. But
Who's on that Mac?
yeah, like the thing about Realm Reborn is like you only get a month free, and like chances are you're not even gonna get to Heavensward like in a month. You could honestly, I guess you could, but within
just
the
don't
first
sleep.
month of your subscription, like you're probably not gonna get to the expansion, anyways. So I don't think that's going to be an issue unless for some reason you're stuck in a Realm Reborn quest, but for some reason you're breaking the level 50 cap, like you want to level up more. Then you would need the expansion to break your cap, but like that's unlikely.
That's
Well,
for
not
the
unlikely,
for the normal person. We'll say for the normal person, it's unlikely. For normal
but
people.
yeah. So you're going to be totally fine with just your free month. And here's the thing, like let's say you don't want to renew. You're like, you know what? I want to save some.
You still have the base game because it costs $20.
Yeah, I mean you can't play it anymore, but like if you don't want to renew your subscription, like it doesn't delete your characters, so you can come back to your character whenever you decide to play again.
Yep. I think I might do this. Like one of my friends working at Square, he's actually he's one of the French localizers for 14. I think he's actually the manager. Anyways, he's just like, guys, you guys got to get on this, because before he joined Square, they're like, all right, man, you're gonna be working on this. You might want to go play it. So he just ended up one whole month or 2 months or whatever just playing nothing but 14 for work, out of work, back in work. Just that's all he was doing. So he was like, man, you guys need to join me in this. I'm like, I'm already playing Apex. I can't play all these games. I can't do it. And next up, Valorant is now coming out June 2nd. So beta is going to be ending by the time this podcast goes up. And yeah, you'll be able to play Valorant. Yay! Finally, right? For those who haven't played it yet.
Are you gonna play it?
I'm going to play it. I'm actually really curious. Because okay, so Crucible is the game I was looking at to be just something I go into and chill. I don't even care, but if I can't find a good community or I can't play with a friend or something, then I don't know. I have to keep going, but I don't think I'm going to gel with it. But Valorant, it's CS abilities. It's fun. It looks fun. No way, sorry. It looks interesting. I can't say it's fun because I've never played it. I know you're gonna try it. I mean, it's free to play.
Yeah, I might. I mean, I like shooters, but I've never really been that into tactical shooters. So, I mean, we'll see. Yeah, it is free to play, though.
It is, yeah. Totally free to play. Should be available in pretty much all regions, I believe. All the major areas. I know the last part of the beta was in Korea. And in Japan, we didn't have access, if I remember, to the beta.
Yeah, as far as I recall, like, there was no beta for Japan.
Yeah, so either you VPN'd or did something to get into it. I don't know. But I was just like, you know what? I can't play it. So I watched it and then was saddened that I couldn't play it. But it seems like they're going to be, you'll be able to crank it up to 144 plus frames per second if you want to.
I mean, if your PC can do that, but yeah.
Yeah, if you're ready. And if you want to just play it on 30 frames and a toaster, there you go.
Yeah.
Should run on everything.
It's the same thing. It's an esports title, so it's designed to run on a wide variety of PCs. And even if you have I think they said, like, if you have a really old PC, like, they're talking something that came out around
10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago. It should play fine. You'll be playing it at 30 frames, but it'll still be playable.
Right.
And then if you have anything newer than that, then yeah, you can increase your fidelity and play at 144 frames. I don't think it goes past 144 frames, right? No?
No. Well, it said 144 plus, but
so possible, yeah.
Yeah, it's possible, yeah.
The only game that I know of that can feasibly be run at over 200 frames per second is like a game like CS:GO, where it doesn't, like, it's not graphically intensive. Because they do make monitors that go up to 240 hertz, which is very, very, very high.
Right. I've seen
some. But in order to even just get a game running at that frame rate, like, you have to turn your details way down or something. So, like, you would probably only want to, like, you could experience that basically with CS:GO only, or I guess Valorant. We'll see.
Yaha. Yeah. Oh, wait. I was gonna say Yahoo, but I said Yaha.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. Next up we're gonna talk about a couple of the sales that'll be happening in June. So PlayStation's Days of Play is going to be happening June 3rd. You'll be able to get yourself some Death Stranding for, let's see, Dreams as well, $29.99. Predator Hunting Grounds if you're into that. Neo 2 will be $39.99, so that's a good thing to do there. And Days Gone Medieval, $20, along with Last of Us Remastered for $10. So if you haven't gotten Last of Us, I mean, you just go ahead and get it now.
Are you gonna get Neo 2?
Oh my goodness, I just realized it was on the list. How did I make this? I looked at this freaking list and then I skipped over it and I said it here. Oh, fudge.
What, are you gonna get, Neo 2?
But I don't know, like, do I want to get Death Stranding or Neo 2?
I mean, it's up to you, dude.
Death Stranding, I mean, they'll both be on PC. I'm still, like, not even halfway through Neo 1. I feel like I need to beat Neo 1 first, but, our friend of the show, can we call Shuhei Yoshida friend of the show? I mean, he doesn't know.
I would say no, because we don't know him personally.
We don't know him personally. I wish one day, Mr. Yoshida, we're going to meet you. We're going to tell you that we're the guys that always say, what's up on your Twitter. Anyways, sure. He platinumed Neo 2, so he's platinum both 1 and 2 now. He got the title, You Are the Neo. He's so happy.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The man's a role model for us all. And
I'm surprised he platinumed that game, to be honest.
He keeps platinum these hard games that I'm just like, dude, what?
I imagine that he's just like a very busy dude, but apparently he
comes
can
home,
still find time to play. Yeah,
he's like,
maybe he doesn't sleep or something. I don't know.
Maybe he's just used to the difficulty in them now. Maybe he knows it. He just knows how to do it. He's a boss. He's a legit boss.
He is the boss. Yeah, sure.
He is the boss. Also, Civilization 6. I don't know if anyone is keeping up with the Epic Games mega sale that's been happening. So last week, GTA 5 was free. This week, Civilization 6 is free. All you have to do is activate your 2-factor authentication on your account, and that is it. and you can grab these games for free. Not GTA anymore. It's done, but you should be able to grab, Civilization 6, which is crazy. I mean, that's a good game. It's a really good game. And the sales on that thing, man, get yourself $10 off any game. For the most part, that's in there. Tetris Effect is one I'm looking at, along with Control. That's like $19.99 for Control and about $17 for, I think it's $17 or $27 for Tetris Effect. It's a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good deal. And you'll get a $10 coupon after that, too.
Yeah, I really like Tetris Effect. I was playing it on PS4 because it was on sale like months ago now for half off on the PSN.
Yeah.
And I just picked it up and I'm like, yeah, this game's good. It's Tetris. Like, so it's Tetris with like a really, really cool visual effect. And then everything is synced to music. Mm-hmm. So every time you turn your block or whatever, like it adds like a beat or something to the song. Have you played Rez?
I've played Rez. I've played Rez 20 times plus, and then I've played Luminous. I mean, like, Luminous is also essentially the same thing. I mean, we're from the same creator, Tetsugo.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you know exactly where this is going. You know exactly how this plays, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's just that with Tetris, and like some of the songs are legit good, and I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, so when Tetris Effect first came out, like I was on Twitter reading about everyone's reactions to it. And then like multiple times from multiple people, they're just like, oh, the final part like was so emotional for me. Or, like, oh, I cried at the end of Tetris Effect or something. Oh my god. People
was this VR or just in general normal?
Both in general and also like especially in VR, people have this very, very strong emotional reaction to Tetris Effect. And I'm like, how, like, really, like, to the extent of crying? I mean, that's very powerful.
That's very powerful.
So I checked it out and I'm like, I have to figure out like why people have such a strong reaction to Tetris Effect. I didn't cry, but like
it was good.
There are a couple of moments in the journey mode where I got like legitimately like floored, like really impressed, like just the mix of the music and the visuals.
Can't wait.
And like it's a very, very nice combination of those two aspects that it is a very difficult sensation to describe, but it does produce a response.
I think, was that like what the Synthenasia is what it's called?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, and it's like I can imagine. I can really understand how people can feel very, very strongly, at the end of it, especially because the last level is kind of tricky. So,
but that's the good thing. Like, and I had the exact same feeling. Not in Rez. Rez, it took me literally 20 plus times to play it. When I started playing it for other people, and I understood that, hey, I don't have for Rez. For me, it was I don't have to kill everything on the screen. The first time you go through, you play it like a game, and you highlight everything, and you like in Star Fox, and you blow them up, and they make notes, and it's on the beat or whatever. But there's a point where you just realize, I don't have to really kill anything, and I can just make music in it. You can just hit stuff like just do your own beat to it, and it gets like that level is so much fun. And then Luminous, that last level experience, I understand. When I finally got to lights, I just was like, oh shit, this is. I took a breath and I just looked at the screen, paused it, put my PSP down because I've been playing so much. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I'm here. I'm here. But that song is so good that it makes me want to grind a whole 30 minutes plus just to hear it every time. Same thing with the first song, Shining. It's so good.
So Tetris Effect, like my two favorite songs in Tetris Effect are the first stage and the last stage.
Which the first stage is in the demo, if I remember right. That kind of...
There's a demo for Tetris Effect?
Yeah,
there was a demo. Yeah, it's the first stage. Yeah, it's the first stage. Yeah,
that song was good.
And the last stage also, it's pretty long, and just the way that the song builds as you play and as the stage itself gets more difficult. So like when you finish it, when you clear that stage, it's a combination of you clearing the stage, clearing a difficult stage, and then having the music build up, the song that you helped create essentially, and the light effects and everything. So it's it's a
rewarding.
very difficult.
It's rewarding.
Yeah, it's a very difficult thing to explain, but it is a very unique experience. And Tetris Effect it's pretty cool. I mean, if you guys haven't checked it out, like you should really check it out. Like it's a very special gaming experience.
It's like Alex's glowing review here, and I agree with him. It's an experience, and I'm looking forward to having it because I've loved all of the games that he's made, and you'll definitely experience something like that for sure.
Yeah, I haven't played in VR, but I actually really want to. Like, I really
I mean,
want
you
to.
do have the VR set, so you're the one.
I do.
You can
Yeah,
do
I
it.
could pick it up on PC because
On
I only
PC?
have a PC VR headset. But yeah, just the thought of being completely enveloped in that stage is pretty cool. Like, you never played Res in VR, right?
No, I don't own a VR set, so I can't.
Yeah, I have it. Like, I played Res in Res Infinite, like the special VR stage. It's pretty crazy.
Dreams and goals. I think I still want to get one, and with all this stimulus money coming around, well, why can't I? Why can't I? Someone's gonna
You
come
should
with their yeah.
Get the cheaper one. Get the Oculus Quest,
It's
I
the
believe
Quest,
it's called.
right? I've been seeing a lot of stories pop up on my Google feed for Oculus Quest. A lot of sites have either been going back and reviewing it, like re-reviewing it, especially since Corona and being locked in. It's becoming like, I guess, the go-to headset as opposed to all the other headsets in terms of price and then fidelity, and it's just convenient. You know what I mean?
It's the cheapest one, and it doesn't require a high-end PC. So, and it's wireless, like you're not tethered.
Right. But
So-
I can play. Is it available on? Like, is
Tetris Effect
or Res?
very recently came out on the Quest. So yeah.
Okay. Well, another games that are coming out, and I think this is going to lead us a little bit out to the end of this one wonderful stretch. Borderlands 3 got an expansion that's going to be coming out June 25th. Kind of has an Old West thing. I still haven't finished Borderlands. I haven't started it. Borderlands 3. I own a copy. Thanks, friend of the show, Anthony. Someone I can call
Wait,
a friend of the show.
Do you have a copy on PS4 or on a PC?
PS4. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I should have told him, hey, can you get a PS? He's like, no. He's probably listening to this show and being like, shh, don't tell people. And Phantasy Star Online 2 will be out by the time you listen to this. May 27th.
in English?
North America. Yeah, in English. With Hatsune Miku themed items, apparently.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I don't know. Like, this is another game that, took forever to come out.
Like 10 years to come out, yeah. Like a
It's
decade.
forever.
That game came out in 2011, if I'm not mistaken, in Japan.
Yeah, somewhere around that time, and now it's they've
It's
fixed up
finally coming out. Sure, yeah.
PC and Xbox One. So if cross-play is available, you want to hop in there. If you were a Phantasy Star Online player, definitely check it out. I mean, it's free to play, so right? It's pretty much free to play if I remember.
Yeah, it's supported by a cash shop, so it's free to play.
Yeah, go and do it. Go and do it. Do you want to hear about sales, or do you want to just go straight to the end?
What sales?
We got Dragon Ball Z Fighters. We got Neo 2 and Dark Souls.
That's cool. You should get Neo too.
I should. Apparently, that DLC that just came out puts them at their sales are over 1 million. Good job, Neo 2. Which I gotta say, I should contribute one day.
Yeah, go buy Neo too.
Go buy Neo 2. And we're gonna take it home with the best news I could find. This is the best news I could find, Alex.
Sure.
Kandagawa Jet Girls is coming out for the West.
In English?
In English.
Oh,
PS4
wow.
and PC. Praise everybody.
Whoa, and PC?
And PC.
Oh,
We
man,
about to get hype.
Wait, what, is there a date on there?
The date looks like it is going to be sometime in summer. So it's going to be available on Steam and PS4 for $59.99 physical, $49.99 digital.
So full price, basically full price.
You can even get yourself an art book and a nice little big collector's box if you want the nice little thing. Girls skipping and yeah, why are they wearing dresses?
That's funny. Well, I'm gonna add that to my Steam wish list then, and I'll pick it up when it goes on sale, which will no doubt happen.
Everybody, please remember, Alex was supposed to have this darn game a whole month or two before quarantine.
No, I'll get it on PC when it goes on sale because it's gonna go on sale. You know that game's gonna go on sale.
It went
right?
on sale, quote sale, immediately after it launched, like 2 weeks, if I remember.
Yeah, I was looking at Amazon a moment ago. It's 4,000 yen on Amazon for the PS4 version.
Oh, it's still pretty expensive. It hasn't dropped after that initial drop that we experienced.
No, I feel like if I had gone to a used game store, I might be able to get it for cheaper. But I haven't left my apartment in like 3 months, so
And yeah, leaving is a death sentence potentially.
Well, you could say that about anything, really. Like, you could get hit by a car, so really, if you want to live, just never leave your apartment, period.
YOLO.
Yeah, it's true.
Which I used to just say YOLO for hello.
Or YOLT.
YOLT.
I'm a born-again Christian.
YOLT.
YOLT.
So yeah, that's going to be fun. Maybe I should actually, now it's the time for me to stream it. It's time. Be like, yeah, guys. This
Oh, you're going to get it on PC so you can stream it?
I mean, the controls are already sluggish enough. Like, I don't need to be that much. It's just.
Did you say
text.
that it was running at 30 frames, or does it seem like it's running at 30 frames?
It's definitely 30 frames. It ain't 60 frames. It's 100% 30.
Oh, okay. Because like I know for the Senran Kagura PC game, like when it gets ported to PC, Senran Kagura is running at 60. So the PC version of Kandagawa Jet Girls might get bumped up to 60 frames. So if you
I hope
really
they
want
do.
that,
I won't buy it again, but I hope they do.
I'm not gonna buy it again.
I'm not gonna buy it again, but I hope for your sake that they put it at 60. It's a fun game, but it's all about the story. It's about the girls. It's about them girls.
Are they actually likable though? Is the thing?
For what I've played, I found them likable. I found them, except for actually, no, all of them were pretty likable. They all have like just cheery personalities. Even like the kind of just ones that are supposed to just be like, I'm very proper and serious. The rich girls and stuff. I don't know. They're all just they're playful.
Okay, that's good.
They're all very playful, so I think you'll like it. Another game that's going to be super playful whenever it comes out is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. That remake.
Oh, yeah, the remaster, huh?
Remaster? Yeah, that's just going to be... Dude, I used to play me some Tony Hawk bad. I was playing it.
Well, I think most of us did. Like, anyone who's our age must have played 1 and or 2 or 3.
Especially 3. Oh, and the music, the soundtrack, I know that they said they're getting most of the licensed songs back.
Most of it back, yeah.
As much as they can. But that's going to be happening. You'll be able to get it on, PS4, Xbox One, PC, on the Epic Game Store for $40, I think. And, there's going to be different editions. But anyways, I definitely look forward to that. If you haven't played it, go play it when it comes out. Go play it. And last but not least, supporting some old games. I'm just going to skip over Call of Duty. Apparently, it's going to be called Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. End of story. But Castlevania, that soundtrack.
Oh, this just Call of Duty? Okay.
Yeah, this year's Call of Duty. That's how much I just skip over it, It ain't.
They should just year it. They should just call it like Call of Duty 2020, just like a sports
like
game,
Madden
right?
or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it comes out every year, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
whatever.
It's like Call of Duty 2K2, 2K1, 2K1, 2K2, 2K3, or something like that.
Yeah, they should do it that way.
It'll help you keep track of it much better. It's too many Black Ops and everything now, but yeah, Spotify. Check out the Castlevania soundtrack. I think there are 12 soundtracks up there now for Castlevania. It's pretty much all the games. I'm going to assume it's all the games, but I don't know if you're into Castlevania. I honestly really do love the music from Castlevania. Never played a Castlevania, but I love them. I love the music.
You've never played a Castlevania game before?
Hey, look, if I cannot play Castlevania, why should you not be surprised? Because I hadn't played Chrono Trigger.
Oh, yeah, you should fix that. You should fix that.
But I have played Breath of Fire. See, I get my cred in where I can, I just, as a kid, you don't know about some of these things. And then
Yeah, but you're not a kid anymore. You've had at least like 15 years to buy it, play it. And it was on sale recently, right? Chrono Trigger, I mean.
I was playing other things. Playing other games.
All right. Next time it goes on sale, you should check it out. It's a good game. Like, I legitimately like Chrono Trigger because, like, I just don't get tired of it. I don't know. It aged really well, to be honest.
I don't doubt that it has. Like, I've always wanted to play it, and I just never got around to buying it on the multiple iterations. We talked about it, but it's okay. I'm gonna do it, and maybe I'll also hop into Castlevania, get myself some cred, some street cred.
You should get what's that one? Bloodstained.
Bloodstained?
Yeah.
So there's like 2 Bloodstains, right? There's Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, I remember, and there's like another Bloodstain that doesn't look as bloodstainy as the other Bloodstain.
You're talking about the spin-off, like the pixel art one. The pixel art one came out halfway through the development of Ritual of the Night, I think, just to tide people over.
Okay.
And maybe it was like a stretch goal or something. I feel like it was actually a stretch goal from the Kickstarter. But you want to play Ritual of the Night, the one on PS4 and Switch and Xbox and PC.
Okay. Well, I'll put it on my list. It's if I can get into it, then I can hop back into to my legacy. Castlevania is my legacy. It's the story of my life. In just
What, you're a
different
vampire?
ways. Well, I mean, if I remember right, how does the story go? It's the Morris clan is in the second game, if I remember.
I don't know, dude. Actually, here's the thing.
Dracula
Yeah.
I think is Adrian, or is it Alucard is Adrian, and then Leon Belmont. See, all my names are in this darn game.
Is that real? Like, I don't. Is there?
Yeah.
Is there a Leon Belmont? I'm gonna Google it right now.
Leon Belmont, if I remember. And then Dracula.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Is
Funny.
Adrian, and then it's the Morris clan.
Oh, he's in Lament of Innocence, the one on PS2. I barely remember that one. Did that one even do very well? Like, holy
Doesn't
crap.
matter. My whole name is in the entire Castlevania timeline.
All right. Well, there you go.
I am Castlevania. I am not Dracula though.
Sure.
So we did it. We've approached the end of this episode. Thanks everyone once again for sticking with us. It's been a fun time. We kept it a little bit shorter, 45 minutes, I think. And we'll be back next week for episode 35. Remember, you can always find us on those links that I always talk about. So I'm not gonna preach them again. And remember though, if you do leave a voicemail, I will give you a free game on Steam. I'm not lying. This is legit. It might not even be a $1 game. Could be like a $30 game. You don't know. But
It could be Kandagawa Jet Girls.
It could be Kandagawa Jet Girls. It could be the best girls in the world who always love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got anything, Alex? Anything you want to say?
No, not really. I guess I'm just looking at the Castlevania wiki right now.
Find all of my names, and you'll activate a very special thing in time. Man, that sounds crazy. Anyways, everybody, remember, you set the tone. Go play some games. Enjoy your life. Stay healthy and safe, even if your state of emergencies have been lifted. And keep your places clean. Those roaches will come in, so keep them out. Peace.
Peace.
I can confirm that the roaches did not come out on this podcast, so I was safe.
Cool.